Hi all, good morning. In the previous classes we discussed present tense and past tense. Now we are going to discuss, yes of course, it's future tense. As we all know, there are 4 divisions for the future tense also. They are simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. Now we discuss simple future tense. We use simple future tense in different situations. First one, for actions decided at the moment of speech. For example, I have a toothache. I'll take some medicine. Here we are talking about an action, that is to take some medicine. At the moment of speech, we are talking about that action and we are going to do that. So here we are using simple future tense. We use simple future tense for offering, asking for a request, promising, ordering or threatening. For example, I'm afraid we will get wet. We use simple future tense with conditional time and purpose clauses. For example, when I arrive at home, I will call you. This is a condition. So here we are using simple future tense. It is used to express thoughts, predictions, assumptions, sureness, fears about future. For example, I promise I won't tell this to anyone. Here it shows sureness. So here also we are using simple future tense. For unplanned future actions, for example, winter will come soon. Here, it is an unplanned future action. To express this, we are using simple future tense. We use the same tense to express unpreventable actions in future. For example, summer will come soon. So it is an unpreventable action. So we are using simple future tense in different situations, especially in 6 cases we are using the same tense. And I hope you have no doubts regarding the uses of simple future tense. To make positive statements in simple future tense, first we have to place the subject, then will or shall, then the first form of the verb, then the rest of the sentence. So the basic form is subject plus will or shall plus verb 1. For example, I'll come tomorrow. So the subject here use is I, then I use will, then the first form of the verb come, then tomorrow. Here is an example for simple future tense. The format for simple future tense is given there, and look at the diagram. There you can see now and after now. That means future. So the activity is happening after the first point now. So that means it's not happening at present, will happen after some time. So we are using simple future tense. There are 2 examples, child will play and children will play. In the first case, child will play, there the subject is singular, whereas in the second case, the subject is plural. We use will or shall in simple future tense. But what is the difference here? Usually, we use will more than shall. Will is a modal auxiliary verb that can be used in different ways. Even if the subject is singular or plural, we are using will. And shall is a modal auxiliary verb mostly used in the case of first person. So, when we use the subject I, we can use shall, I shall, because it's a first person. But nowadays we are using will instead of shall. Will is commonly used in sentences. We use will and going to at the same time to express future actions. But what is the difference between will and going to? Let's discuss. We use will to express future actions decided at the moment of speaking. That is, we use will to express immediate decisions. For example, I will have salad and fish. Whereas we are using going to express future plans decided before the moment of speaking. That means we use going to express prior plans. Example, I'm going to visit my aunt next Friday. We use will to express a prediction based on a personal opinion or experience. That is, predictions without evidence. For example, I think United will win the game. Here, we don't have an evidence, but still we make a prediction. That is, United will win the game. So here we are using will. Whereas we use going to express a prediction based on present evidence. Here we have evidence, and based on the evidence we are making predictions. For example, look at those black clouds. It is going to rain. Here we are talking about a future action, but we have pure evidence based on it. So we are making a prediction based on the given evidence. We use will to express a future fact. The sun will rise tomorrow. Here we know that the sun will rise and it's a fact. So to express a future fact, we are using will. Whereas we use going to express something that is about to happen. Get back, the bomb is going to explode. Here, the action is about to happen. So here we are using going to instead of will. Whatever it is, both will and going to can be used for making future predictions without having a real difference in meaning. So, we use both almost in the same sense. For example, I think it will be foggy tomorrow. We can say the same sentence like this. I think it is going to be foggy tomorrow. To form negative statements, we can add not immediately after will or shall. So the format will be, first we have to place the subject, then will or shall, then not, then first form of the verb. For example, I will not go to Thailand. Here I use will, and after that I use not, or a negative word, then the first form of the verb, then the rest of the sentence. Look at the short forms. For will not, we can use won't. For shall not, we can use shan't. There are two types of questions, yes or no type questions and WH questions in simple future tense. First, we are trying to discuss yes or no type questions. For that, first we have to add will or shall at the beginning, then the subject, then the first form of the verb, then the rest of the sentence. For example, will you play with us? Here, we get the answer either yes or no. To make the same question into negative, you have to add a negative word immediately after will or shall. So, won't you play with us? It's a interrogative negative in simple future tense for yes or no type questions. Then, we should know how to make questions with question words. For that, first we have to place the question word, then will or shall, then the subject, then the first form of the verb, then the rest of the sentence. For example, what will you play? Here you can see interrogative sentences, yes or no type questions and WH questions. You can use the given question words and the subjects, and some verbs are also given there. You can make questions of your own. Here you can see positive, negative and interrogative sentences in simple present, simple past and simple future. You can read it for yourselves and try to understand the difference. Here are some examples of affirmative, negative, interrogative and interrogative negative sentences. Read it for yourselves and understand.